Welcome back to the Web of Opinions podcast. I'm this kid's opinion, and I'm joined by Cam, also known as the Spider Within, and we're back for the Web of Opinions podcast, and we got 5 more topics for y'all today. But first, how are you doing, Cam?
I'm doing good. You know, as we're recording this, currently in the middle of a hurricane, but we vibing.
Yeah, we decided to record it before it hit because who knows when we'd have time to record it. So yeah, we're in the midst of the storm.
The eye of the hurricane.
So the topics we'll be discussing today will be The Penguin Show, Captain America Brave New World, how we think that movie will go, if it'll be good or not. Kraven, we got a trailer last month, and it comes out in December, so pretty soon. We're going to talk about the Joker 2 director Todd Phillips, because reportedly he had full control of the movie, and if you watch the first episode of the podcast, you understand how we feel about that movie. And then the last part of this video will be the Batman and the Joker tier list. We're going to rank all the actors that have played those characters. So yeah, let's kick it off with The Penguin. Now, Kim hasn't watched the show, but I've watched every episode so far, and if you have not seen this if you have not seen this show and you've been skeptical of it, don't be. This show is fantastic. It's one of the best shows on TV right now. It's way better than Agatha, I can show you that, even though I think Agatha is okay. Penguin is great. Penguin is excellent. I don't really want to go into spoilers, so I'll just go through some general outlines of what makes it good. Everything you like, if you like the Batman movie, this movie has everything from that movie as well. And it even expands on Gotham more. I really enjoyed the Gotham in the Batman movie. It seemed really realistic, like a real place. It looked like New York. I guess it looks like New York now. But yeah, we see a lot more of Gotham. We see a lot more of the effects of the Riddler's flooding from that movie, which makes sense. I'd hope we'd be able to see that in the show, and we do. And we see parts of Penguin we wouldn't expect. We really get to learn a lot about him, even in the first episode. The show tries to humanize him, and it also shows aspects of him that make him evil. So he's not a straight up, anti-hero. He's a straight up villain, but he's got some really likable qualities to him. And yeah, just check out Penguin if you've not checked, if you haven't yet. I know Cam said he was skeptical of it, and I told him no, trust me, Penguin is it. Does anything about that surprise you, Cam?
Yeah, I mean, everything that you said, that really does surprise me. From the past year and a half, all the superhero category of TV show and movies in general have been really mid and criticized a lot, so it's kind of hard to figure out from trailers and stuff to say oh, is this good, is it gonna be bad. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on the whole stuff about that, but I will definitely now give The Penguin a try.
Yeah, and everything Cam said is basically true. There's been a lot of mid shows and movies come out lately, but this is a big exception. If you've ever watched The Sopranos or any it's basically a mob TV show taking place in Gotham. That's the best way to describe it. It's just it's very weird and unique. So yeah, Penguin, definitely watch that show. And then next up we have Captain America Brave New World.
As of right now, we only got one trailer of the new Captain America movie. So far, it's looking pretty good, I would say. It looks like if you're into video games, it's more like a COD game. It looks like a real-life COD. And most of it looks like the stealth missions that you would see in there, which I'm hoping that it's like that, because those are the most suspenseful or the most coolest scenes, how John Wick is in that franchise. Red Hulk is in there, which is pretty cool. Was not expecting that for being in Captain America at all.
So yeah, Cam is excited for it. I'm on the opposite end, so I like this. We got two different opinions for this one. I'm very skeptical of this movie. When I first saw the trailer, I thought it'd be okay, but the more and more I watched, I'm like, I think this is gonna suffer from the classic too many plot lines element. Because we have the Incredible Hulk movie from 2008 that is going to be a big part of this movie. We have the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, trying to readjust to being Captain America. We have being introduced. We have perhaps the Serpent Society being introduced with Sidewinder, played by Giancarlo Esposito. There's a lot going on here, and then recently announced. Actually, I don't even know if it's considered a spoiler, since we're honestly not gonna touch about it. But if you want to look up for yourself, but Marvel, they actually didn't announce it, but it was reported that they signed on a character, an actor, for a post-credit scene of this movie, which sets up another potential movie. So yeah, look that up if you want to. I just think there's gonna be too much going on in this movie, when in reality this should be like what Cam said, a spy movie, just like a Winter Soldier. I mean,
Yeah.
the blueprint's there, and there's some scenes that make it look like that, but I think the general plot of this movie will. I think the end, like mid part and end of the movie, it'll start to get really messy. But I think I'm gonna predict the beginning of the movie is gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be like what Cam said, like a spy movie, and then it'll just veer off.
Yeah. Now that you're saying it, yeah, that it kind of looks like that because of how Marvel movies have been doing recently. Besides, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mwah.
Oh, fantastic! But other than that, like I'm pretty hyped up for this movie.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some like Hulk rampage again. You know.
Oh yeah, and especially vibranium being like bent like that. Like if you've seen like the poster for it of Hulk crushing the
Shield.
vibranium shield, that's saying something.
Yeah, do you think Sam Wilson's shield will be broken in this movie? I think it will, because hey, there's a new metal out there. It's even stronger than vibranium, adamantium. So I definitely think Sam Wilson's shield will be destroyed, and he'll probably get a new one somewhere in the movie, and it will be adamantium.
Seeing that poster, that really kind of puts up the question of, what you said, is the shield gonna be destroyed? And me personally, I think it is gonna be destroyed, seeing that like one of the strongest materials is vibranium, and Hulk, or Red Hulk, can bend it. So I do believe that the shield is definitely gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, even though I'm skeptical of the movie, that poster is really cool. Really simple. I mean, that's all the marketing like you need right there. Red Hulk crushing the shield. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Captain America: Brave New World will be mid. How about you, Kim?
I think it's gonna be like okay, like a high okay mid range.
Good mid.
Yeah, good mid. Like
Alright.
I have some high hopes for the movie.
Hopefully, we'll deliver.
Hopefully.
All right, next up is the Kraven movie. Now we also have one trailer for this. This movie is set to come out in December, and based off of the trailer, I'm hoping this movie's good. A big W for Sony is that they're making this rated R, which I definitely think Morbius needed to be that. Not Madam Web, but
I think Venom needed to be rated
Venom. Oh my gosh, Cam. Yes. Why is Venom not rated R? Like, I understand maybe the first movie just to get more people to watch it, kids, but now that they sold all their merch, like, make it rated R. The third movie, the last one, why not make it rated R? I don't understand that. I want to see Venom actually bite people's heads off, not just
like destroy people.
Yeah. So yeah, if they're willing to do it from Kraven, why not Venom? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie's gonna be rated R. I think that is a big plus. It was pretty. They had some pretty gory deaths in the trailer. Aaron Taylor Johnson, he looks like Kraven. I mean, I think it's a good casting. He definitely do a little bit of an accent. I think it's a great casting choice. Now, is he a variant of Quicksilver?
Oh no. I hope not.
Hope not. You never know. But yeah, I hoping this is just simple, self-contained story. They do have Rhino in there. He looks interesting. He's a Rhino. I just figured out the plot of this movie. Not the plot, but the basic idea. The Incredible Hulk movie, 2008. Speaking of it,
no.
Kraven is Hulk. Okay, and then the government is going to get maybe a guy from the army to run a test, and that test is going to turn him into the Rhino, and then the government's going to have Rhino face Kraven, and then Rhino's going to turn more evil than Kraven, and then Kraven's going to have to kill him. And then Kraven's the hero at the end.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I hope Rhino doesn't use Kraven as a shield.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully.
But yeah, it's just we don't have any reason to trust Sony at this point. The only credibility they got is the Spider-Verse movies right now.
Yeah.
But I think this movie could be decent. I mean, come on, they got a Johnny Cash song in the trailer. It's got to be good, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel about it, Cam?
I'm in that mid range of like I'm excited but not excited at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I don't know. How long has this movie been like announced for?
A good while, yeah.
Yeah, and like our first time seeing a trailer was last month. So I don't know what's happening with the whole movie. It might be delayed again because it was supposed to come out this month, actually.
Yep. Do you think they added a post-credit scene or something?
I don't know. I want to say yes because it's the Marvel movie, but I'm not too sure what the post-credit scene would be about. Like, I don't know if they're gonna pull a Morbius.
I was about to say that.
And just have a random Sonyverse character come in and talk to Kraven, and then that's like end right there, and no correlation to the character that
Mysterio
got brought
back.
into that universe.
Mysterio gets revived.
Yeah.
What I think a post-credit scene for this movie could be, with the amount of rumors that Venom and Spider-Man are potentially going to be linked up in Spider-Man 4, I'm maybe thinking that maybe Sony is gonna sell its Spider-Man properties to Marvel or Disney or something. What if, imagine this shot in Avengers Secret Wars. Let's say these Sony characters get placed into the MCU. They're at Battle World. Imagine Kraven looking at the Scarlet Witch.
Oh.
Imagine the confusion.
Like, what the hell are you?
But it's like the exact same thing as, Tom Holland Spider-Man looking at Doctor Doom, RDJ.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely think it could be. But actually, I'm going to backtrack on it. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Sony is stubborn, and they might continue them trying to build their Sinister Six. Maybe Morbius and Michael Keaton's Vulture meet up with Kraven and Rhino. That's 4 right there. Okay.
That is 4.
And then they need God. Venom. That's 5.
Oh no.
Hey, they introduced Scorpion in the jail in Homecoming. Yep. That's 6.
Oh no. They're building their Sonyverse Sinister Six.
They are. So.
Oh no.
And hey, they're introducing maybe a kid Peter Parker in Venom 3.
No, the Lizard.
They got the Lizard. Yep.
Oh.
So, how lame would that be? So,
That would be
hey,
pretty
which one would you prefer? Would you rather have Scarlet Witch and Kraven interact, or the Sony Sinister Six movie that will never happen?
Not gonna lie, I would kind of want to see the Sinister Six
Dude, that would
movie.
be goofy. That would be the goofiest movie of all time.
I think that would be like a good bad movie.
Yeah, it'd be like the first Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
Bad, but it's like fun to laugh at.
yeah. It's like you could watch this like a couple times.
Mm-hmm. So, report came out that Todd Phillips, not Todd Phillips. So yeah, a report came out that Todd Phillips, the director of Joker 1 and 2, he also directed the Hangover movies, but he only accepted this movie if he had complete total control. He didn't have to go to anyone for approval. He didn't have to do any test screenings. He had full range of this movie. And that never happens, and I think we saw why. Because when it comes to creative art, you cannot be a dictator. Like you need other people's opinions because they can see stuff you can't see, and that's how you create good art. And we saw what happens when you take the dictator approach to creating something, and it was god awful. So,
Yeah.
like, was DC really that desperate to like get a sequel to this movie? They threw 200 million at Todd Phillips, and then they're gonna lose 150 million off of it. It made 40 million its open weekend. Let's say it gets 10 more by the time it leaves theaters. They lost 150 million on this movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so not good. And when I first watched this movie, I was thinking maybe Todd Phillips is like saying like F you to DC because like they're trying to make him do a sequel of something he didn't want to. I believe that now.
Yep.
I think he just did a middle finger to them. He cost them 150 million because the right thing would have been to decline it and say find a new guy, but he just said F you to Warner Brothers, and that's what they get for wanting to do a sequel for a movie that did not deserve a sequel.
Yeah.
I need to rephrase that. It deserves a sequel, but there shouldn't be a sequel with how good the ending of Joker 1 was. And closing this episode will be the Batman and Joker actor / voice actor tier list. We're going to relate it back to the Joker topic. And yeah, we're going to rank all these actors. And yeah, let's kick it off with the man, Heath Ledger. Now, Cam.
Obviously, yes.
Cam, hot take. I think he's an S.
He's an S. He's very overrated, but it's a good overrated choice, I would say.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
makes sense.
when I think of Joker, I think of him, and I think that qualifies as an S automatically. But
Oh, for sure.
he played this role just absolute perfection. I don't have any critiques of his performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight. He was at times he's just a crazy madman. At times he acts like a crazy mob boss. At times he runs the city. Like everything Joker has ever done in the comics or TV shows, he does and puts them all together in one character. Like with Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, he's just a crazy madman. And then you got Jared Leto's, he's a mob boss. Jack Nicholson, honestly, Jack Nicholson is mainly just a mob boss. Heath Ledger is all these characters into one, and that's special. So yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker will be an S. Next up, we got Christian Bale as Batman. What do you think, Cam?
I not gonna lie, I think he's also up there with Heath Ledger.
Let me think on this. Christian Bale as Batman. He is a perfect Bruce Wayne. Perfect. At least based off comic accurate version of Bruce Wayne. He's this billionaire playboy. The only thing is that he doesn't really show that he has like trauma, of losing his parents. He never really shows that in his movies. That's the only thing about him. He's definitely top 3 Batman, I'd say, for sure. But is there a better Batman out there? What do you think? Do you think he's? I think S is the best one.
And are we speaking about Batman or are we speaking about Bruce Wayne?
Ooh, I think we should put them together.
Put them together as both? Ooh.
Yeah, that's what makes it tough.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as trying to rank, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Because if we're doing both, then I feel like we have to put, if I'm being honest with you, Robert Pattinson and the same, because he was a really good Batman, but we don't
Not
really
so
get
much-
that.
Not so much Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It really is about what you prefer. Do you prefer the typical Playboy Bruce Wayne, or do you prefer a more realistic version of what Bruce Wayne would probably be? So I say, I think these. Ooh, then you gotta think about Kevin Conroy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay.
We'll put the live action ones at A.
Yeah. I agree. Okay.
Because
yeah.
Kevin Conroy, the GOAT
Yes.
of all Batman. Like, he is the OG.
Perfect. I like that. Okay. And then we should also do another voice actor version of Joker, Mark Hamill. You just never expect him to be so good at Joker, but he really is. Yeah. I want to put him in A. I think Heath Ledger has the voice and look. Mark Hamill, he has the voice, but it's the perfect voice. So I think Hamill at A makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
He's done so much Joker, all like the animated stuff. He might have been the Joker for the Lego video games, maybe. Could be wrong about that, but he's done a lot of Joker for sure, so he has a perfect voice for him. We have George Clooney, who was a Batman for that very iconic Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze movie,
and Danny DeVito's Penguin.
No, that was Michael Keaton for that one.
Oh, was it? Oh,
so we're just gonna throw him at D.
Yeah,
we're just gonna throw him at D.
No need to say.
No explanation. Next up, the GOAT, Michael Keaton. I really like his Batman. I want to put him at B. I think he's a solid Bruce Wayne. He doesn't have much personality there. He's basically a playboy. But you could tell he has a little bit of drama, and I like it. And his Batman is very similar to Bale, just without the iconic, voice.
And
he can't move his neck. I think that's funny.
That's very funny.
And he was also the only good part of the Flash movie, so that's a plus. So I want to put Michael Keaton at B.
I agree.
And then next up is a batch of something. So
okay.
Which movie are we basing it on?
Are we gonna do both, or are we gonna do the first one?
I say the second movie never happened.
Second movie never happened?
Mm-hmm.
I would put him... I'll put him at A.
I agree. I love Joker 1.
It portrayed him as a very, good middle ground of, how realistic this character can be.
Mm-hmm. If we put Pattinson at A, then Joaquin Phoenix Joker should also be at A.
And I'm still never letting down the theory that this Joker should be in Robert Pattinson's Batman.
It should have been.
But if you go look at our videos about Joker 2, it, as much as I hate to say this, it might be not the same, but inspiration.
Yeah. No spoilers, but go watch our reviews. It'll make sense why he's an inspiration for the real Joker. All right, we have Jared Leto's Joker. I love this picture so much. I'm sorry, but what were they thinking?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I hate his voice.
Yeah.
I hate his voice. I can appreciate they're trying to make him like a mobster kind of deal, but I don't know. It's just weird. I hate it. I don't blame Jared Leto. I blame the studio. But Why does he only have one glove on too? Why does he have so many tattoos?
Grills.
He has grills too. That is the biggest sin of this. He's got grills. Yeah, all my homies hate this version of Joker. However, all my homies love a Jack Nicholson version of Joker. I love this version of the Joker. Look at his fit. He's got the fit. He's got the classic film that adds his storyline. He's got a little bit of realism to him too. He's more of a mobster in this movie at heart. He's basically everything that the Jared Leto version of Joker tried to be. But this is it done well. I love the Jack Nicholson version. Look at his outfit. He's so cute.
He's all pampered up.
And then our next Batman, Batfleck. How are you feeling, Cam?
I'll put him at C. He's not my favorite.
No, he doesn't have a defining thing about him. That's what's really hurting him. I like his Bruce Wayne. I actually hate his Batman, but I think he's actually a really good Bruce Wayne. Like seeing him interact with the Flash in the Flash movie was one of the few good parts of it. I think he's a solid Bruce Wayne, but his Batman is just nothing to really care for. What about you, Cam?
Yeah, I think C is like decent for him. He's not like an all-time favorite Batman for everyone. There is some like, Batfleck supporters and like fans out there, but I don't really understand what's so great about him, in my opinion. He's just a normal guy. He does some random tricks that really no ordinary Batman would do.
He brands people.
Yeah, he throws money at people.
However, I do think his Daredevil should have been a Deadpool Wolverine.
Yes, that would have been funny.
Next one, Val Kilmer.
That's Travis Scott.
That looks like the Travis Scott one. That's funny. I'm gonna put Val Kilmer at C. I believe he was after Clooney. His Bruce Wayne is decent.
Yeah.
I'd say his Bruce Wayne is decent. His Batman, just like, actually, these two are literally the same. Okay, the Bruce Wayne's decent, but the Batman is nothing to care for.
Yeah.
And our next Joker is Zach Galifianakis voicing the Joker in the Lego Batman movie. And if you hate the Lego Batman movie, I hate you.
Yeah.
But I like this Joker. I love the storyline of how Joker, basically needs Batman. Batman needs the Joker. And I thought it was a really good storyline, and I have nothing bad to say about his version of the Joker.
But yeah, I do agree with you. Their relationship, like Joker needs Batman, Batman needs Joker, and like their love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like that beginning really set the tone of like how the movie is gonna play through. I feel like, in my opinion. But I don't know. He really did a good Joker. Made him really funny, relatable in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
he's got attachment issues.
Yeah, he does got attachment issues. But yeah, I agree with B for a solid pick for Lego Joker.
And hey, speaking of Lego Batman movie, we have the Lego Batman from the Lego Batman movie, and I think it's fair to put them both at B.
Yeah, they both did an amazing job. That Batman's also funny.
Very funny.
Yeah, very. Also, probably top 3 favorite Batman movies of all time.
Yeah, dude. If you, I mean, it was really under the radar. If you've not seen the Lego Batman movie, do it.
Especially Friends.
Yeah, it's a good old fashioned time, and it's really funny. Like Batman is funny in this movie. It's surprising. And then next up, we got some classics. We got some old heads. We got some, hey nephew, give me the ball at the barbecue. We got We got Adam West, and I don't know his name. Okay, I'm sorry. Do you really expect me to have seen these movies? No. But because they're OGs, we're gonna put them in C.
Yeah, well, they're not as bad as Jared Leto.
We definitely don't need to see their movies to know if they're better than Jared Leto or what's his name? George Clooney. Okay.
There we go.
George Clooney. Why is George Clooney in the Flash post-credit scene?
Yeah.
Everything comes back to the Flash.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Gosh, why is he there? Anyways, that's our tier list. That's our Batman the Joker tier list. We're gonna stop before we think more about the Flash movie. Freak out. Okay, the best versions of Joker and Batman is Heath Ledger, Kevin Conroy, and some very excellent ones. Pattinson, Christian Bale, Mark Hamill, Joaquin Phoenix, and Jack Nicholson. B tier, very solid ones. No complaints about these as well. Michael Keaton, Zach Galifianakis, and who's the voice actor for Lego Batman?
I had that up.
Will Arnett, that's his name. So Will Arnett does a fabulous job, so does Zach. And some mid ones, Batfleck, Val Kilmer, Adam West, don't know his name, and then some abysmal ones is George Clooney and Jared Leto's Joker. So yeah, that's going to do it with the podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Any closing thoughts for you, Cam?
We need a Jared Leto verse movie.
Oh gosh. We need Morbius in there. We need his Joker in there. That team up movie.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, depending on what platform you're watching, this podcast so far is on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music. Gonna try to get it to Apple soon. So yeah, make sure to check all those out. But hey, I'm just a kid, and this is my opinion.
And I got that spider within.